Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a watercolour and I'm going to use this as my reference picture, and I got this on Unsplash and it's by Simon Berger or Berger, and I will put the link in the description below if any of you want to use the same reference picture. My palette that I'm using today is my Schminker palette. So looks like this, and when it opens up you have a big section there for mixing colours. You also have a section here. My dioxazine purple kind of stained this one. It comes with the colours on the outside. I've added the 3 colours in the middle. So the colours that it comes with are light lemon yellow, orange, cadmium red hue, carmine, ultramarine and Prussian blue, brilliant green, May green, yellow ochre, burnt umber, English red and black. And then you can see those are the 3 that I've added myself: the dioxazine purple, white gouache, and the gold is by Core. So this palette in the middle here is actually porcelain, so this is quite heavy, but it is rather nice. So yep, these are Schminker Horogam paints, apart from the 3 in the middle there. So that's what I'm going to be, where should I put those? Yeah, we can still get those in like that. That's what I'm going to be using. So I'm gonna maybe I can, no, I think I have to leave it like that. I can't go in any further, but I will keep bringing it up. So I'm thinking, looking at this, that I'm probably going to use some of this burnt umber and some yellow ochre, and probably white gouache. I'm not sure that I will need any other colours for this. So I've done a little sketch, which you can see here, just a faint sketch there. Pop that back like so. So let's get started, and we need to have this dark corner, not a little bit dark here, and then it gradually fades. We've got a light bit here, and then we've got more here. So let's start with our dark bit, shall we? So we need some burnt umber, which is here, I do believe. Just going to mix a bit up like so, and I need to get this corner in. And I may have to darken it at some point, but I just want to start to get the idea in. I'm just going to add some water there. Remembering that I need to keep the light bit, and then I also need more going across here. This is really so that I can just start to get, oops, some colour in there. Let me just check, am I still in? Yes, I am. Just so that I'm starting to get some colour in. I want to add a little bit of this yellow ochre in. And then we need that going round there. I'm going to be using my bleed proof white for that bit. Now I do need that to come down further. But just leaving that nice white bit there. Okay. And then down here, so I've just done this top bit and this bit here, and I'm now going to do the dark that is underneath the frosty part here. And that really is quite dark. So as I said, I may need to go in with second coat. And I want there to be some kind of darker bits underneath here. So I'm allowing this to just run in. And while it's wet and moving with a rigger, I'm going to next get some of these grasses that are in the background in. So I need a bit more of my, let's get my bit more of this burnt umber. And in fact I could do with it being a bit darker, so I think I'm going to add a little bit of ultramarine blue to it. There we go, that's almost made that black now. Maybe not quite so black. There we go. So burnt umber and ultramarine will get you a much darker colour. So we've got these trees that are in the background, and then we've got some grasses growing up. So it's a bit of a mixture of both. And of course this will all soften because it's still a bit wet. So it will give the impression that it's in the distance a little bit more. Okay. What have we got going on there? Let's just let you run down that way. got a bit of a dip in the paper, so I'm just going to let that spread out a bit like so. Right, that is going to be my stage 1, and I'm now going to dry that. Okay, so we've given that a dry. I'm now going to get, I've only done one tree, I'm not putting the other tree in. So I'm just going to get this tree in now, and I really want this to be dark because I need some contrast. So I'm going to use the rigger again, and I'm going to use the burnt umber and some ultramarine so that it is really quite a dark colour. And then we're going to get this tree trunk in. Oh, that might still be a bit wet. We'll see how we go. That was still wet. I didn't dry it enough, but if we use a piece of tissue, we should be able to rectify this. Well, we will see what happens, and maybe I can make that part of something in the background. Or maybe, maybe we can do that. So we can get these branches in, and we really want them to be crissy-crossing It's quite a scraggly looking tree. It's very bent over. Right, don't do what I did. Dry it properly. But it just goes to show that the best of us can make mistakes. I will add a bit more of the umber or something in there shortly. But now I need to get these front grasses in. So we'll go back with our And we'll ground all of these in a minute. I want to do some that are even darker. There we go. Then we've got the odd one sticking up here. So we just need a few in the front there. Right, let's just make sure that we now ground these, and I'm just using water just so that they don't look like they're coming out of nowhere. Okay. You can see I've got a big bloom there. But we're not going to panic about it, because we don't panic. We just, and I want that to have a bit more of the yellow in the background. So we're just going to make it all part of it. And this definitely needs to be darker. We need to go over this anyway. As is that corner. Right, I think I'm going to dry that and then see what else needs to be done. Okay. That is definitely feeling dry now, and this tree is just not dark enough. So I'm actually going in with my platinum carbon fountain pen, because I've decided that that will also help me with this section where I didn't let it dry properly enough. So this way I can get this really dark. Sometimes things just don't go the way we particularly wanted them to. So then it's all about how can I improvise rather than give up. I'm just going to get some of these tree shapes in here. Okay. Actually, we might be better off using the Fude. That will probably, yes, that feels quicker. Perfect. Except it's run out of ink. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Now then, is this a plunger? Yes. So, we need to refill. I've got my carbon ink here. And ink on my hands. Ooh. Definitely one of those days. Okay. Yep, that's working nicely. So I can get some big, thick lines in there. And then when we get to the edges, we can do some nice thin lines. This is much quicker than using my carbon ink pen. There. And let's see if we can just follow some of these lines now. And actually some of them might be in the background. Okay, just a bit. That to be a bit thicker. Like so. Now that's looking a bit better. And I'm just going to use the side of this nib to get some darker grasses in. It's a good job this is only in my sketchbook. Right, we've got a bit more contrast going on there now, I think. Now, I've still got to get this bit in. And I need to do my sun, moon, sun, I'm not sure which it is. So let's get that in. Like so, because that then makes that stand out a bit. And then when that's dry, I need to put a little bit more of a yellowy, orangey rim around it. Now, what we need next is some of the grasses to be a bit white, or I'm not sure if they're grasses, twigs, something anyway, but we need some of those to be white. Like so. And then how to do this frosty bit. I mean, it's lots and lots of crissy crosses. But I think I might use my white Uniball Signo, see how that goes. But some of it is white. So I'm gonna put some of this in. To give the impression of this frosty ground. And then I might use the Uniball Signo after that. Obviously I've just gone over some of those grasses, but that's okay, we can go over them again. And I just want to blend this a bit better. Now I'm just using damp brush again. But I think we're beginning to get a kind of a frosty kind of feel, but I will use my white Uniball Signo. Okay, let's let that dry. Maybe I could title this video how to try and save a painting. But I am just experimenting, really, as usual. Okay, so let's just see if we can kind of get some of this crissy crossy twiggy bits in here. Not everywhere, but just in some places that help to give that impression of this iciness and these twigs. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a go. bad as I thought. But I think I need to do something about those now. And perhaps we almost need to get some of that iciness on these twiggy bits. Yeah, that looks a bit better. And maybe we need like something to make that look, these look like moundy bits. Moundy bits. Oh gosh, I don't even know what my words are like today. Yeah, so it looks like they're kind of bumps in the ground, maybe we could call them that. And I do feel like this tree needs some thinner bits, and I need my yellowy bit around the edge of this sun, but I'm going, it's not yellow, I'm going to be using yellow ochre. To give it, oh, that's taken it off completely. Okay, let's do you again then. There. That's better. It just makes it stand out a bit more. Where was I? Yes. Get some more spindly ones in. And I've just gone over my yellow ochre because I'm really not paying attention today. It's fine. Well, let's just call this one of those days where everything is a bit of a struggle and we end up trying to do our best. So, this was our reference photo, Unsplash Simon Berger. This is my picture, and I'm going to leave it there today. Maybe we can all relate to the fact that sometimes things just don't quite go the way that we want them to. But yeah, we can keep going and we can learn from it, and yeah, do it slightly differently next time maybe. But yeah, I'm very happy with this palette, with the ceramic palette in the middle there. It feels sturdy, and I do quite like the Schminker. These are Schminker Horadam colours. Yeah, Schminker Horadam. So there we go, folks. Maybe you can take something from that, even if it's just it's gone wrong, but actually let's just see what we can do. Let's keep going and see if we can salvage something from it and learn from it. Okay, I will be doing something slightly different next time. So this is the avocado and spice book. I'm just going to bring this up a bit. Avocado and spice sketchbook that I showed you the other day, the A4. So I was doing a little bit of a practice with some different leaves there. And here I've done, I really love that background. This is all using the handmade watercolours that I swatched out the other day. So those colours that I swatched out. And this is a dandelion clock, which I've related to spring. And then I've done this one, which is summer, and I am using the Pebeo Cern relief in these. And then, oh, look at that, for autumn. So I'm going to be doing the winter one next. That was just to keep the pages flat. This paper does bend a little bit, but I think it gives it character. So yes, I'm hopefully going to be doing the winter one to go in here next time. So there we are, everybody. Have a good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are, and take care.